But away from that, let's talk about petroleum issues. And here, the NPA has reviewed petroleum prices. It took effect from the 1st of December. That was yesterday. TV3 Spot On. We've been out there getting you all the details. Just about a short while ago, I had the opportunity to speak to a motorist at a fuel station. We'll bring you that interview, and then when we come back, we'll talk about some of the details with an NPA official here in the studio. Topic. So we'll just restrict ourselves to the motorists. Now, very shortly, is one motorist who just came in a short while ago to get some fuel. I've asked him to step out and speak to us. Hello, thanks for joining us live on TV3.
Hello, good morning.
All right, we have to find out this petroleum price regulations. This time we pay as it goes up on the world market or as it reduces on the world market. But we want to find out from you motorists, how does this affect your buying, or if it's just fine with you?
I think the government should do something about this. If it's increased, they should give us some holiday, some time, maybe a week, then they increase it. But when it's increased, it's just fast. But when it's reduced, we have some holiday. People who don't, they say their machines are not working. And we keep on buying at the prices before some time they reduce it. So when it's increased, they also should do something. By a week, then we also adjust ourselves, then start buying. I think that should be done. That's
okay, so for him, the National Petroleum Authority should be able to give a gap and ensure that everybody has adjusted their machines very well, especially in the case where the petroleum products are reduced at the pump stations. Again, we'll come back to you, but do you think this pricing mechanism is the best for us, or there should be flat rates that we can enjoy for some time, whichever way, as in government subsidies or the like?
It's good we enjoy a flat rate, and maybe say after every 3 months there will be an increase. Then so if at the end of that 3 months you think of going to buy in an increase, so that's my thinking, that there should be a flat rate. Maybe after every 3 months there's going to be an increase, or every 5 months, every 6 months, just a period, so that we adjust ourselves to the buying of the fuel.
Adjusting ourselves to the buying of the fuel, and that's exactly what he says, that we should not see it as immediately going up, and as it comes down, immediately come down. It affects pricing, it affects thoughts, and these are information we're getting right from the... Okay, so I was there just about a short while ago at one of the pump stations here in Accra, specifically in and around Nima. But we're back in the studios. Yaro Kasambata, PRO of NPA, has joined me in the studios. Some of the questions that came out there, I'm putting straight to you. Yaro, thanks for joining us in the studios.
Good to be here.
Let me find out from you. I mean, I know very well that you review prices within a period of 2 weeks. First question, is there a way that we could elongate this for a while? Probably, like you said, for 3 months. Then you can know that pricing is not intermittent like this.
Well, it's possible. Well, one of the things we can do is to allow the prices to fester for 3 months, and then you load it onto the consumer. The effect will not be the same, because if for 3 months and each month there are 2 reviews, so that will be 6 reviews in a month. If all 6 reviews happen to be an upward adjustment, if it's a percentage each for each review, that will be 6%. At the end of the 3 months. If you load 6% onto the consumer to go, that's quite an impact. It's not the same as doing it every 2 weeks, where you see it like a blip. I mean, it goes up, it comes down as a blip. So, and where you have in 3 months, when the price doesn't behave in a certain consistent trend, if you have reductions and increases,
how do you
doing an average of that would be a bit, murky for both the industry and the consumer. So, I think that this is the best arrangement.
So, under the circumstance, you are reviewing prices every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks is how we do it, and this 2 weeks assumption is based on the fact that that's the average period it takes for the vessel.
Yeah, you give me a short while now. We want to get you the best of the details, so we'll just take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you more time to get the understanding of all the issues with the National Petroleum Authority. Yaro will be back shortly. Do stay with us, don't go, because I'm sure you want to catch all the details. We'll be back shortly. All right, so you're welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. We're just going back straight to the issue where Yaro Kisambata was explaining some issues with the National Petroleum Authority. But just quickly, we've agreed that, of course, as of now, the pricing mechanism is the best for us, where we review it every 2 weeks. Now, let me come to the second key question, which this morning a lot of people have been asking. Now, if we buy products, we deal with the futures market, of course. Postponing buying now and selling in the future. How come if price go up, for instance, December, okay, we feel it now and not in January?
You see, there are various platforms for reporting commodity prices on the world market.
Okay.
What we deal with is the Platts, platform. The Platts is the largest and the world most renowned source of reporting commodity prices, metals, minerals, and all that stuff. So that's the source MPA uses, and Platts reports the data at the close of business in a day. Okay. Whereas in the other platforms, you can see the price oscillate several times in a day, even on an hourly basis. You can see if the
Bloomberg is giving on a sec basis,
course,
just when it moves up,
of course,
the figures change.
Right, but we don't work with just that. We work with that plus the close of day, because all that the behavior is. The close of day is what gives you the perfect picture of what the price of the commodity you're buying is. So MPA uses Platts at the close of day, and we open it up for 2 weeks because we call it the pricing window. We use the pricing window for 2 weeks because that's exactly the period we estimate. It takes a vessel with product from Europe to berth in Accra. So you need that period just for your both the industry and then for planning purposes. I mean, so that between the last sale and then the next sale, the review makes up for shortfalls, and if there are well, I'm sure windfall profit as well.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean that's where everybody's
interested.
Goes to do. But I mean, when there are reductions, they lose. Okay, because if you buy it at X and then by the time you are arriving, the price has reduced, you lose. There is no business that will run on profit basis that has no inbuilt shock absorbing mechanisms. So we have to overlook these things. I mean, that's how businesses sustain themselves for the greater good.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you the opportunity to quickly look at the price changes, what they should expect shortly, but that's just a few seconds. And then you come to answer that critical question the gentleman put out there, wanting to find out, okay, immediately prices are raised, pump price quickly. When it's down, NPA, are they there to monitor? Right. So just quickly give me the price and answer that question.
Right. What you are dealing with now for, petrol, you're selling at 2 cedis 190 pesos per liter.
Okay.
Okay, and it used to be 2 cedis 120 pesos per liter. Diesel is selling now at 2 cedis 260 pesos per liter. It was then 2 cedis 220 pesos per liter. And I don't know if you want.
LPG has gone up so
LPG.
much. What is the problem with LPG?
LPG is a very expensive commodity around this time of the year. You have larger part of Europe using it for heating when you're approaching winter. So
it's a
when the demand for it is very high, obviously it affects the price. So unlike the other products, they also have their seasons. I mean, you have super going so high around summer when a lot of people are going outdoor and there's a lot of driving, and even around Thanksgiving. I mean, in the US, for example, there are a lot of people traveling across the states. And so up there where the larger economies command the demands, changing weather, changing consumer behavior and patterns, even affect just how much you and I can buy for a liter of fuel at the pump.
Okay, it means a lot to us. But what about regulation? Price go up, NPA, somebody saying you are lackadaisical a little bit as to going there and ensuring that they change to reflect reduction. But when it's high, they don't even wait for you.
Kweku, we are not. As soon as the price goes up, we issue the notices to all concerned. The fuel prices, the moment they are released and gazetted, is a law. You have no choice. You can't negotiate it. It's a law. If you are found to be selling at any other price apart from the prescribed price, you've broken a law, and sanctions apply. We ask the consumer to work with us. NPA at any material moment cannot be at every service stations to ensure that the enforcement is done. There are very few who once in a while will just tinker with the system, just see if there's no regulator coming to check. Then they'll tell you, we are not even aware that the price has changed, especially when it's a reduction. That is where we want the consumer and the media to work with us. If you report such, incidents to us, we zoom in and we enforce the law. We've had, 1 or 2 cases in the last 3 reviews, and sanctions were applied. Okay. So the consumer and yourself play a very major role in this, because we can't be everywhere at any particular moment when a price, reduction is
we should
done.
Definitely do.
So yeah, I mean, when the price goes up, instantly you see everybody, falling over themselves to get it done. There are some of them who do these things properly, others don't. We need the consumer.
Okay.
To
We're
keep
wrapping up.
things.
I'll give you 20 seconds to just inform our viewers on this particular one. Let's hazard into the future. I mean, with a lot of demand from the European and other Western countries, are we to expect prices to still go up, especially around this time?
It's tricky. Let's hold on to the next 2 weeks and see how it looks like.
Let's hold on to the next 2 weeks. Let's see what happens. But obviously, we would pray that we'll see a price decline. Maybe in Europe, if the snow might not be too much, it might not affect us so much. Well, I can say a big thank you to you, Yaro Kasimbata, for coming into the studios to join us and explain these details for us. But that will do for business.